Hello, welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos, D&D podcast set in the world of Fierlor. No plugs out of the usual this week, so just as always, share the podcast if you enjoy us, like us, subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel, through whatever means you're watching or listening. Go on to other means. Go onto your podcatcher app if you're watching this on YouTube, and vice versa. And do all the things. Rate us, share us, all that nice jazz. If you want to support the podcast financially, or if you want to just get a hold of some merch or some homebrew mechanics, we also have the Patreon and the Redbubble, where you can get some wonderful shirts, water bottles, all kinds of things on the Redbubble, and you can get all kinds of mechanics that I've written up for the campaign thus far on the Patreon, as well as early access, and when I am able to consolidate them for an arc, campaign notes as well. So, without any further ado, let's jump into another episode of Wyverns and Weirdos. So, where we last left off, the party did a bit of discussion following their trip to Zalix's lair, including a rooftop discussion of potentially getting Sam an earring that's keyed into all the others. Also discussing the questionable nature of one of the treasure items that they retrieved from the lair, and various conversations between various combinations of the party. Much decent chunk of it taking place on the rooftop, and we ended on Bertie doing some research on the Mage Slayer beasts and finding out some handy information on them. So, I think we were going to go to Ross and Sam next when we left off.
Ooh, boy, okay. So, yeah, Ross would have, the whole time we would have been like talking and eating and like generally having some fun japes as a crew. Ross would have been keeping an eye on Sam like the whole time, just seeing if he's having any kind of moments TM about the morning that has occurred. And then at some point she's gonna like scooch a little bit closer to him. She's going to tap the back of his hand with her pinky finger, and she's going to kind of lean in and say, "Hey, do you want to have that talk now?"
Sure.
At the risk of a double entendre, considering the conversation we have just had, your room or mine?
This is me laughing, not Sam. Whichever's closer.
Which one's closer?
I'll let you decide.
Your room it is.
Okay.
And then she's gonna attempt to like... Nah, she's not gonna sneak away. She's gonna like just wave at the party a bit and kind of like look at Sam and then realize she's doing the kind of complicated eyebrows that normally only Neumann and the other housemates tend to understand, and Anya can't see that. So she's gonna get on the earrings and just kind of be like, I'm gonna go talk to Sam. Give me a buzz if you need anything.
Yeah, hope it goes well.
Good luck.
Thank you.
But he then turns around and grips Anya's hand in a way that's like, Sorry. And then looks at Neumann the second that Ross has turned her back, like waggling his eyebrows.
Newman is 100% doing the same. Like, he did the thumbs up to Ross, but the second that Ross looks away, they turn into fingers, and then he's pointing them at them like that, and then he's got the eyebrows doing that, and for audio listeners, just a whole bunch of finger gestures just everywhere, a lot of eyebrow gestures, everything's suggestive.
Anya just very quietly, once Rivari and Sam are out of earshot, she is just like, the kid died today, so they get this one for free from me. But by all means, you two go right ahead. It's very funny.
True, it's fair. That's it. This is nice. You know, this is like technically, again, as I said, Ross said that she wants us to rib her more about it. Again, that was before all the other stuff happened, but you know.
She also really does need to be careful what she wishes for. I don't quite think she understands what she is in for with that.
Again, she's been with us, with the three of us for the least amount of time, so, you know, we can get...
She will find out in time.
When she was fine about the rod, so, you know, if she's fine about that, then, you know, that's the test of it. But yeah. Good lunch.
Ooh. Okay. Ross feels a shiver down her spine as she knows she's getting bullied right now. Okay, cool. She takes Sam back to his room and she shuts the door and then she puts her hands on her hips. And then I will note, I think hello Conrad, of the whole group, she's the only one who has yet to take a proper shower. She's just been prestidigitationing herself every time she finds a new thing that is dirty. So she is clean, because prestidigitation cleans you proper. It's just maybe not she hasn't had the cleansing mental process that comes with a shower. She's just been magically cleaning herself and talking to other people. And she just kind of stands there and then she goes, I know this is your room, but is there anything I can do to make it more comfortable? Do you want less light? No light? More light? Do you need your pillows fluffed? Do you need any... And then she kind of does a little turn and she looks at Sam and then she kind of sighs and her shoulders drop and she goes, sorry. Keep messing this up.
What do you mean, keep messing it up?
Well, Birdie, now you.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need to be the one who's shouldering that yourself.
I know. But I can't keep fucking up every time. I can't keep making it worse for other people. And I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable just because I haven't gotten over it yet.
Of course. You notice when he says, when you say the thing about the I haven't gotten over it yet, there's a look on his face that registers as like a, so this is what this is about.
No, God, I'm doing it again. All right. Cards on the table. From me. Yes, this is selfish. All right? But it's not just because of my shit, all right? My shit is my shit. I'm learning to keep it that way. I'm selfish because I like to think I still know you. And I know you need people. Because you've been alone for 5 years, really. And I want to be your people. And yes, maybe part of this is just me projecting or dealing with my own shit, but I don't want to be a reason you feel alone anymore.
You could never be that, Ross.
Well, thank you for saying so, but that doesn't mean I'll believe it. All right? We keep missing each other. Ships in the night, I guess, and I'm sending out a lot of mixed signals, I'm sure, but I meant what I said. I care about you. And I want you to be okay. So, what do you need from me right now?
You know, you expect it to hurt. Death, that is. But that spell, just something about it, just one moment you're alive, the next you're not. It's no atrophy of muscles, no claws or teeth biting into you. It's just suddenly you're not.
Yeah. But you're back.
I
aren't
am.
you?
I am. Who knows?
That's
Maybe it'll affect me more in a day or two or a week from now, but I don't know, maybe there's something about going in that way and being brought back so suddenly that I almost don't feel like I died in a strange way, if that makes sense at all.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Just like being put to sleep and then awoken. It's just you happen to have this moment of etherealness in between.
Bad dream.
Yeah.
To die to sleep. To sleep perchance.
To dream.
It just feels like you passed out. And there's just a moment that's missing, and that's it. And yet, in that moment is everything and nothing all at once.
It's definitely strange.
Yeah. Not everyone can say they've come back from the dead.
No, it's an exclusive club, so I hear.
We should get jackets.
Yes.
Oh, Birdie's a pretty good fashion designer. I'm sure he'll find a color that suits you. Conrad, I swear to God.
I imagine so.
Although, if I may put another card on the table. Most colors do. Sorry, is that...
Are you trying to flirt?
Do you want me to be?
I mean, only if you're meaning to.
Look, this wasn't my intention, right? I just... Genuinely, I'm only here because I want you to be okay. But... Like I said, I'm sending mixed messages. I've been really all over the place, and Again, I meant what I said the other night, but I may have meant the bad things, but I meant the good things too. I do love you.
I love you too, Ross.
Oh. She starts twisting one of the rings on her finger. You didn't say that last time.
Well, you kind of caught me unawares last time.
Is that not my MO?
True.
Like, will you sit down? It feels weird you standing, me sitting.
And he sits beside you.
So, what now? We're still on a mission. I know both of us will put that before you, forgive my bluntness, died this morning. I don't want you making decisions now that you will regret later. But I also am aware that the ball has been in my court for a lot of this.
Ross.
So, Sam?
Ross.
Yes?
When have you ever known me to regret a decision?
Many uni nights come to mind. I mean, there was that one night with all the tequila. There was at least 3 nights with something to do with climbing a building, if I remember correctly. I can keep going. I can list your sins if you want. But she's smiling.
Yeah, but did I ever regret what I did? Or just the alcohol that got me there?
I'll concede you that one. But look, again, the ball has been in my court. Right? And I know that's you being respectful. I know that's because of all that stuff with the modified memory and everything with that. It's been hard, and it's all been about me in a lot of ways. But it's not about me, it's about us. And that means it's about what you want too, and not just me assuming what that is. All right? I want this to work. If it's going to be, then it has to be good.
Agreed.
So, Samuel Visk, what do you want?
And he leans in to kiss you. He doesn't kiss, but he leans in too.
She kisses him back. And she's gonna stop and she's gonna lean her forehead against his. And she's gonna say, you know, I was hoping that was the answer.
He goes in to kiss you again.
She
I think-
kisses him again. Yep. Cool. Thanks, y'all.
All right. So Bertie's doing his research. Ross is... I was going to say doing Sam, but that's a bit extreme.
No.
Ross is occupied with Sam. That doesn't sound all that much
Ross
better.
and
but...
Sam are occupied.
Yes.
Bertie is otherwise occupied. And I can imagine Neumann and Anya are just sort of sitting on the roof like,
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good day, I think, by the looks of it. A few clouds. That one kind of looks like a. Yeah.
Neumann, I really wish you had my hearing and I didn't.
Oh, what's going on?
Oh, well, where to begin? Anya gossips
Explanation.
Yeah.
Neumann in great detail.
yeah,
I'm
I
not
was-
going to repeat it,
Yeah.
but she does.
I was gonna say that, like, if you wanted, you could spend some time working on the earring for Sam together. But yeah, if you want to spend your time
Goss.
gossiping,
They've had a
Yeah.
day and a half.
Yeah.
They can spend the next couple of days on it. Good God.
all right. So
Okay, Newman is out of books to read. He has no more. He's finished that series. He needs more drama.
yeah,
Anya's doing this as a way of
Shopping trip. They can go
R&R for Neumann. She's like,
Okay.
Newman's had a really rough day. Usually I'd keep this quiet, but let's go. Here's,
It's a
all
fan
of-
fiction to write.
here's what's happening.
all
How
right.
pleased does Newman look, though? Is the true question.
I can imagine after she's finished telling Neumann, Anya's like, no, Neumann, don't go down there.
Watch another couple kissing.
He rolled a 10 out of 20 pleased, but there is a plus 10 satisfaction modifier because it's Goss. So that's a dirty 20 for satisfaction. For the dirty Goss.
On a very unrelated note, I'm very excited to give Jake his birthday present in canonical current time, Jake's birthday.
Better be made.
That's all.
It better be like
Oh, you have no idea.
mayonnaise cake.
Anyway.
Romance
Anyways,
novels.
I'll find out.
Mm.
All right. So, unless there's anything in particular that, yes.
One
Yes, Ross.
little thing. Okay. Darby. Does Sam and Ross spend in you know what way I mean this? Do they spend the night together?
I mean, I was going to say it depends in part on what Ross would say, but I think the fact that you're asking that question, probably, yes.
Cool. While Sam is asleep, Ross is like, so I assume they're probably doing the whole like closed parentheses thing where they're like face to face, like facing each other while they're lying down and they're like holding hands, right? But Ross is like kind of half asleep and she's looking at Sam while he's asleep. And she like runs her hand through his hair and like just cradles his face a little bit and kind of shuffles forward so she can like hug him, and she's gonna sing to him. And I do have a song. And now I feel very awkward about doing it. It's fine. I'm just gonna close my eyes. Don't you worry about the pain. It's a sweet escape from what's inside your heart. And you will go to that good night, singing songs we left behind, saying let us not forget about the time. And when you go away, we'll carry you inside. If you can promise to reprise with all that's in your heart, sing it, cry it from atop. We will all go on ahead with this in mind. And she's gonna kiss his forehead and go to sleep. Thank you, good night.
Alright. So, again, we can return to how we've done the first initial bits of intrigue. So, covering the next couple of days, and we'll take a pause if something more extensive needs to happen. What of the remaining 3 domain turns do you as a party feel is the most pressing?
So, has Birdie already done the research?
Yes.
He did it that afternoon and then went to his room to attune to the tentacle rod.
Then there was Newman's checking of who we go after next with espionage. What was the other one?
So I think we were looking at essentially a diplomacy with the Ganassi. I think, was it getting in contact with your dragon friend and getting information on the other Dread Magisters as well to work out strike times, and putting a weakness into one of the Dread Magisters as well.
Okay, yeah, I think I want to say the espionage.
Okay.
Because the weakness, we probably want to pick that for the right person, and depending on our next move, we might want to save that. Perhaps we might use that too early. I don't know. How's everyone else feeling?
Sounds fine. Yeah, no.
Cool. And Dragon Boy, is that going to be part of the espionage, contacting Dragon Boy?
Yeah.
Sure, we'll do that. However, I don't think he would summon him. I don't know. This sounds like it's going to be tricky, because he was given a horn to summon him. So yeah,
we might all have to sneak out at some point, or just Numi or someone else to a certain point, which would be interesting to cover.
Or just the Concord in general.
You don't have to reach out to him at this stage if you don't want to. If you want to get information through other sources and then call upon him when you're maybe closer to your actual strike.
I feel like that's the way to go, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we will attempt that then.
All right. So that is... Now, I believe you've already used your proficiency on
Yes.
a check. So this is just a straight espionage roll.
Mm-hmm.
So roll me a d20 plus 4.
That's a natural 19, so 23.
Okay. So you're able to get... for that, I'm going to say you get rough layouts of maps. They're not perfect, but they are decent layouts of the lairs of each of the remaining Dread Magisters, as well as some intel on what the threats within are. So, Kira's a lot of constructs of varying design. Vileblights is predominantly their apprentices, who are all dragons. So there is a blue, red, white, and black. Let me get their names in a moment. And Taven's is a lot of kind of magical experiments and arcane guards and the like.
Cool.
So, Vileblight apprentices are Arcturaxis, a white dragon whose lair is... So each of the dragons have a kind of sub-lair within Vileblight's cave systems that are tuned into the natural habitat, the favored habitat of that dragon. So Arcturaxis has a cavern that is a frozen tundra. Sabletaurus has a dark swamp. Magtarix, their cavern is incredibly hot and has lava flows going throughout it.
What was their name, sorry?
Magtarix.
Magtarix, thank you.
And Borax Tarika has a cavern that is a desert.
Cool. Thank you. And just looking at those rough layouts, what's the biggest lair?
Definitely Vileblight. Definitely Vileblight. Probably followed by... It's hard to tell, but probably followed by either Arcturaxis or Borax Tarikas.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much. And it's up to you if we can get it, but Neumann was also wanting to know awareness of what the party has been doing on the Magister's side. So do they know we've just taken out another one of the Magisters? Have they reacted in any way?
So that...
For 23.
Yeah. For 23, you're aware that they are... You discover that they are aware that you've taken down another of their members, but you're not able to gather how they have reacted to that.
Cool. Thank you.
Now they also get a domain turn.
That's fine.
They are going to try to improve their communications. And they do not. So the communications are just at a standard roll. Still.
Audio listeners picture all of the rest of us giving the camera middle fingers. Too bad, wizards.
Alright. Alright. And so we are. So that is there is domain action 6. Is there anything in general that people want to do on that second day? Outside of the domain turn?
Anya would have approached Neumann outside of when he's working with Yadel, probably just afterwards, when he was still in with Yadel, to pitch the idea of organizing, commissioning, and linking in, giving Sam their LinkedIn invite, essentially. Getting them hooked up. But that's
All right, Darby. Let's talk costs.
Yeah.
Let's talk time,
So,
because Newman's keen.
yeah, I'm just trying to find the messenger rings to gauge what type of recall what kind of rarity I put them as. Messenger earrings.
Rare.
They are rare. So it would probably take you a bit to actually build them from scratch. However, if you could find a pair, you could probably spend a couple of days being able to modify the enchantment to hook it into your collective system.
Might be time for another Ross and Newman shopping trip.
The Genasi twins return!
Yep, cool. Newman will, if he'll scout out Ross and try and organize that, but if there's no luck, he'll start on that immediately, or as soon as he can, at his earliest convenience.
Okay.
Ross would be pretty easy to find, I will just say.
All right.
Because she would have been searching for Neumann in the first place.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So, as for finding somewhere to sell the ring, can I get I guess the easiest would be one of you to roll an investigation with advantage.
Dibs.
I just saw your investigation modifier,
all good.
and that is
You forget this every time.
Yeah. But you don't have you're trying to find a specific item this time.
Also, for
you were
those of
trying
us
to find a
playing at
specific
home,
item as well.
what would that modifier be?
Newman has a
Hang on,
investigation modifier of +20.
Coming up as 22 for me right now for some reason, and it was not that about 5 minutes ago. Why is it doing that?
Huh.
Hang on, I've just
Could it be
refreshed
because
the
of the
page,
domain
let's see.
stuff?
No, I've got it.
It, like literally as of 5. Yep, now it's back to 20. I
Yep.
don't know what that was, but I'll take it. 20. Yep, cool. And now I just rolled. Was that an advantage? Did you say?
Yeah.
Oh, that teetered on an 18. So yeah, 35.
All right. So yeah, you're easily able to find a place that will sell you messenger earrings for probably 1,000 gold.
Yeah. Of course, the The Ganassi twins don't take any price at face value. They will inspect the product. Can Neumann please appraise that?
Yeah. Again, an investigate. Actually, this investigation I'll just give you. Yes, it's the genuine article.
Mm-hmm.
And it should be easy enough, this particular one, to kind of tune in to the group set. It should only take a day, maybe 2 at most.
Well, I just had to scroll up to remember his name. I posted it for a reason. Alathan will hand over 1,000 gold.
All right.
In a slightly intimidating way. Ross.
Yeah. Ross has made herself look less frazzled this time, so she's also just standing next to Arlathan, just with her arms crossed, just looking like a mean, like, #girl boss kind of vibes, just like,
Arlathan will say, I'll pay this time. You don't need to worry. And he'll pay the 1,000 gold.
Yeah.
Incredibly kind of you,
from memory
brother.
is nowhere near as much as the other one was. Because I remember the other one was very expensive.
No.
From memory.
No. 25,000.
Yeah.
Different things have different costs in different places, depending on like the general
Magic ring or
popularity.
Best diamond on the market.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. 1,000 gold down.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
And Neumann will start work on that as soon as they get back home. Are we going to do another SAS, another rumor spread?
You probably you can't do another domain rumor spread if you're still doing
No.
But
we want
yeah.
to arouse the shopkeeping circle.
Yeah, I guess so. I think this is another
They found more corpses.
deception checks, I believe, for this.
What do we want to go with this time, Zoe?
So what rumor are you trying to spread this time?
I don't know.
Maybe
I really used on my thinking. Ooh.
did we want to maybe go with the fact that the Concorde is like fleeing or the rats are fleeing or something like that? They've suffered a loss.
Yeah.
There was a great battle or something.
Yeah, if that's what you're going with.
Yeah, Ross would maybe. Yes,
So-
did you? No, you go, brother.
Do you think we should go with the and he leans in the Concorde losing, perhaps fleeing one?
Anything that boosts their ego, brother.
It is a shame, is it not, as he raises his voice. The Concorde suffered a loss, apparently. A shame for them. Great for us.
Fantastic for us. Yes, a true shame. Apparently those cowards left with their tails between their legs at the first sign of actual conflict.
I'm glad the Magisters are protecting us.
Oh yes, I don't know what I would do without the Magisters to keep us safe from those traitorous scum in the Concorde.
All right.
They really need to mind their business, honestly.
Yes.
All right. Can I get the two of you to roll me deception checks?
Fantastic.
22.
Okay.
That is a 19 on the dice. And then
This is going to get
Ross's
disgusting, isn't it?
deception I have to do some mental maths here. 21. Hold on. Actually, brain no work.
So 19-year-old?
31.
31.
And
Okay.
I'm going to bump mine up to a 29 with
Oh, God.
with a +7, thank you.
Okay. Like, as always, it's hard to gauge whether the rumors are taking off or not. But there seems to be some interest in what you're saying. So there's that at least.
Yes.
Secret stealthy high five.
Secret stuff. Well, we're using disguised person, so we can actually high five with our tails and no one will see it. Because our tails are actually still there.
Hell yeah? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
While we're walking back to the base in full, like, Genasi little cosplay, Ross is I believe her name is Janaya, is going to look at her brother. And she's going to say, by the way, brother, I feel there is something I must impart onto you.
Yes, just anything.
I do believe that the courtship between myself and Mr. Visk is, successful. Therefore, if you would like to re-add Matchmaker to your resume, it is applicable. And then she looks at the ground.
Thank you for telling me, but I do have eyes and ears everywhere in this place, and Matchmaker has already been put back on my CV.
You filthy little snitch.
Brother, how could you possibly... Anya.
I have my ways. You may roll against my 19 deception roll.
Insight?
Yeah.
That's an 18 on the dice. Why did I close the image? Insight. Her insight's not great, but that is a 23.
That's a +7 to that, so no, 26.
I would like to use Peerless Skill in order to add...
Yeah, roll a
You've
d12
activated
plus
my
2.
trap card.
D12. That's an 11, so 13.
Okay, so the total is...
23 plus 13 is 36?
Okay. So
26 beats. Yeah, definitely beats a 26. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless
Why
you've
am I
got some
rolling-
way to add 10 to your check, Newman. Ross sees right through you.
When Newman notices this, he will harden up his very, very chiseled body for an intimidation check. You forgot. You remembered nothing of this conversation.
Brother, you know that isn't going to work on me.
I know. It's worth a shot.
Was he hoping the fear trauma would cause memory issues?
Also, Newman's intimidation is only a +2.
I know. Well, yeah, so I have my way. He's like, lasagna.
Well, I still wanted to tell you, brother.
I appreciate it. Please keep on doing it. Along with all other goss you hear.
I certainly shall. And we return to the base.
All right. Anything else people want to achieve on this day of downtime?
Newman will just chat with everyone. Namely, he wants to find out, are we making a move tomorrow? He'll chat with Anya if he can find her, Ross, Birdie, Sam.
Did we have any more domain actions we were going to do before
So there's still the diplomacy with the Ganassi, which in the absence of Johanna as Rook's player, I might get you to roll when that occurs, Eddie.
I can do that.
As the remaining PC most closely entwined with Rook. And what was the other? The other was setting up a vulnerability on one of your enemies.
Well, the reason why Neumann wants to know if we're doing anything tomorrow is he actually wants to attune to something. Which, I mean, doesn't really matter. He can do it anyways, but just him knowing what he should be attuned to, he would like to stay attuned. But he wants to use the scrying ball. He thinks that perhaps if Borax knows he's being affected by scrying, Borax might be able to shed information. So if Neumann can he just do a terrible DC for scrying, if that's possible?
Not
for
quite.
Borax to be aware.
So it's not quite possible. However, what is the DC on the crystal ball? It is 17. So there's still a decent chance that Borax might make the save anyway.
Interesting.
So which is make a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by how well you know the target and the sort of physical connection you have to it. If a target knows you're casting the spell, it can fail the saving throw voluntarily if it wants to be observed.
It needs to. The target wouldn't know who is observing it until.
Is he technically? Oh, didn't you say sending can go through planes? Is that what you mentioned earlier, Laura?
If you've got some method of casting sending that isn't the rings, you could. Because the rings are limited to communication between those who have them, even with the sending feature.
Yeah, but you might be able to get hold of like a sending scroll while the Earth Genasi are having a wander in the district, possibly.
That, or Neumann might also suspect that Birdie has sending also, or possibly Anya. No.
Anya
cool.
does not. She has message.
Well, Darby, could he have gotten a...
Sam has sending.
Sam has sending?
Yeah.
Cool, and Sam was there when... Yeah, Sam was there when we met Borax.
So, can I just imagine, it's Ross and Neumann like walking back and Newman's like, yeah, I already knew. By the way, I'm gonna go talk to Sam. Bye.
Yeah, I guess so.
Brother, no! Oh, fuck!
Yeah, I'm just imagining like... Yes, well, anyways, I'd best be on my way. I'm off to go talk to Sam. We have much to talk about.
Okay.
Brother, no!
All right. So yeah, you line up, I guess, with Sam for the next... Well, no, it's only a short rest to attune to an item, so you're able to do that even that evening.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So Neumann will pitch the idea to Sam, essentially asking through sending, I'm going to be casting a scrying on you, and can you relay any information about the current setting, specifically regarding... Oh wait, there's a word limit, isn't there?
Yeah. On the sending.
We're going to cast scrying. Relay any information you can. Mention a good time. And what is Sam's thoughts on that?
Okay. he says, I think it's best to get all our plans sorted while we can. And if this is a way to expedite that, then that is for the best. We've only got limited time, so...
All right, well, give it a shot.
All right. So, yeah, you are able to cast. Yeah, so he casts Ascending, and you look through the crystal ball through to Borax Taraka. So I take it you're nearing ready.
I don't believe Neumann can
No.
reply. Yeah. So he's just a floating magical presence in this room.
If you can have your friend tell me a rendezvous point, I can meet you there and use my magic to get us straight in. Just let me know when and where.
In the sending, he asks for any update on the situation on his side of things.
Okay.
Did he have anything in regards to that?
To answer your question, Vile Blight is callous and does not care too much about the fellow Dread Magisters beyond the power that they are able to help them achieve. For as long as they can remain alive or remain conscious through undeath, then they still have power. I believe there will not be a particular singular time that is best for undertaking the defeat of Vile Blight. However, I could suggest a couple ways, a couple of different approaches. Archeraxis and Sabletaurus, they're not going to be turned at all. Archeraxis is vicious and loyal and is going to rush in too quickly. Sabletaurus, she is not going to think much on what humanoids have to say. Magtarix, however, if we can take out Arcturaxis and Sabletaurus, or even just one of them, before going for Vile Blight, then Magtarix, opportunist that he is, may see that the tide is turned against Vile Blight and aid us in the law.
Cool.
So, as I said, let me know when and where you want me to meet you. I will take you straight to my lair.
Cool. Can he see invisible objects by any chance?
There are no invisible objects that you can discern.
No, can Borax see invisible objects?
Oh, can Borax? Okay. Let me see. It depends. What is the invisible object in question? It's the scrying orb.
Yeah, the scrying,
Like the
magical,
that
fist-sized
that
presence.
they cannot see. That they cannot see.
Cool. Because yeah, it just says if they can see invisible objects, then they see that. And Neumann was going to spell K dot by moving the sensor because he can move up to 10 feet. So,
All right.
but he can't. So yeah, no, he'll just maybe look around a bit. He can't move much, so just look around a bit, and then yeah, if nothing changes, then yeah, he'll just stand away from the scrying orb and leave it there.
Okay. So how many
No,
days?
that's very interesting.
How many days do you think you're going to leave it before the strike on Vileblight's cave?
How many days is it going to take to do these earrings?
Probably 2 at most. For an artificer such as Neumann.
Do we wait those 2 days, or do you reckon Sam can go without?
I'd say, given what last happened, the party would most likely wait the 2 days.
Yeah.
Waiting the 2 days too would allow you to put in place your last intrigue actions.
Yeah.
And basically know where you're coming from going into everything in the coming days.
Cool, we'll do that then.
Okay, so the next day, So Neumann, I'll get you to roll me an Arcana check to work on the earrings.
Mm-hmm.
And is the focus today going to be on the creation of a weakness, or is it going to be Rook's diplomacy check?
Well, we've already created nerfed Kira because we took out some kind of magical device in their giant suit of armor. We got some pretty good intel on Vile Blight. Did we want to do vulnerability on the big bad?
Can we do that?
You can.
Well then, yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can kneecap Taven, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the way this works, once per intrigue, if your domain's communications level is 2 or higher, which it is, you can choose 1 opposed domain's lieutenant and 1 damage type. Lieutenant is vulnerable to that damage type until the end of the next combat involving the lieutenant. So there's not even a roll. So the only question is, what damage type are you going to inflict vulnerability onto Taven?
Can it be any damage type?
It can.
Would it not be like I don't know what everyone's main fighting damages are, but would piercing damage not just be the funniest shit in the world because it's such a basic kind of damage? That being said, this is just me throwing because I know that's Anya's main thing is piercing as well. So
yeah, I mean, thinking logistically, the majority of the party use Radiant.
that's true, and Anya does have an extra Radiant as well.
Yeah, Birdie does, Caius does, Anya does. I believe Neumann can.
Kind of.
Kind of.
I think the last one he did was a wish to do Radiant.
Okay.
But let me just have a quick look.
But I
for you.
believe the majority of us do some kind of radiant. Another good option would potentially be fire damage, because that's Ross's main type and Rook's main type.
And Anya's got flame arrows that she can use as well.
Yeah, and Birdie can choose whatever kind of damage he wants with his sword, I believe.
And I would say, if you have the flame arrows up, Anya, then it would be valid, I believe, for the fire damage to be the damage type that your sneak attack becomes for the purpose. While that
Darby,
spell
it's
is
not
up.
even my birthday. Darby, it's not even my birthday.
Well, if
now sneak attack damage is adaptive. Give me this. This is great.
No, because I looked this up. For Beatrice in the Curse of Strahd campaign. Like her sneak attack is radiant.
Yeah,
because
it's
her
based
main
on
sword.
weapon. So yeah.
Yeah, it is based on what the weapon does.
That's tasty. That's so tasty.
Kind of imagining the party sitting at this table discussing this, and he's like, They're talking about fire damage.
Yeah. Well, what are we thinking, gang? Radiant or fire?
Either works for Birdie.
Neumann can do fire.
More easily than radiant?
Much easier than radiant.
Let's go with fire then, because we've got that ties Rook into it as well.
Yeah, there's a couple of scrolls that people can use, and God knows what Caius has on him at this point.
Yeah.
All right.
Flame arrows, that's like 12 arrows. That's more than enough.
It's disgusting.
One good heat
Taven
metal,
is now
baby.
made of wood.
Priorities, I guess. We'll
You're
start-
gonna
Now
cremate
we
that lich.
have to remember this.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, there's
Remember
also
it.
be Brooke's present because she wants to behead
I
him.
mean,
So
I've written it-
she said that he'll burn in agony. So
I've written it down to
Very
go into.
thematic.
I've written it down to go into his stat block. So
Yeah.
But we have to remember.
yeah.
Yeah. And the only other important thing to remember is that only lasts for a round, I believe.
No,
No, that's the whole
it
until
lasts
the end
for
of
a
the
combat.
Yeah.
a combat. Okay.
So
cool.
as long as we don't fight Taven prior to the final battle, he will be vulnerable to fire damage the entire time.
Well, what I'm more worried
we
about
weren't trying to
is that
avoid him.
we want to fight Taven once and not more than once. So
Yeah.
hopefully when
But
we
wanted
kill
to-
him, we kill him and take out phylactery and whatever else. Pretty please,
Yeah.
thank you. So that way he doesn't come back and then
Yeah.
is no
so
longer made of wood.
Birdie looks quite serious. He's like, we probably better get in touch with the convocation then to see what progress they've made on the phylactery, if they got it at all. And that just means that when we go to get Caius, we'll have to extract him. We don't want to get into combat with Taven before then.
Exactly.
We have to make sure we kill Taven straight away. Which will be fine. Just burn him to death. It'll be great.
It shall be done.
All right.
That's the goal.
And so the other thing this day is Neumann, roll me an Arcana check to work on tuning these rings.
Cool. So, oh my god, I'm pretty sure I got the same thing as last time. That's a 16
Total?
total. He is not proficient or has experience in Arcana.
You're friends with two bards, Newman. Just bring them both. They'd be like, Sam, I need you to give
but
me inspiration for no reason.
We'll go a +7 just in case.
Okay.
Because I feel like nothing else will happen today. So I
All
believe
right.
that's a 20.
23, I think.
23. Yeah.
Okay. So you think you've managed to... You're pretty sure you've managed to tune these rings in. Anything else on this day?
Could I do one last little thing? Just
Yeah.
tiny, just little. Ross is going to she'll bring the a whole group with her. She's going to take the whole group to meet with Promise. And we don't have to RP this. In fact, I'm feeling like this could be a good end line. She's going to look at Promise and she's going to say, I think it's time we bring back Drakar from the Astral Sea.
I think that's where we're going to end the episode.
Thank you!
This week.
Excellent.
Right.
See you next week, everyone.
See you next week. Goodbye.
Thank you, and sorry for listening.
Sorry for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
But yeah,
We're
good old-
talking about the squid thing.
Absolutely. God.
Strange.
That's one of those things where it's like, this can't be real. Like, no, it's just a horny thing that exists in D&D. Thanks. Thanks. I'm sure Newman's so happy and glad he picked that up.
You're the ones making it horny.
It is horny, Darby. Are we though?
Yes.
God. 3 rubbery tentacles.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
Looks like a fucking whip.
It does. It does.
Like it looks like a BDSM whip.
It does. You're right. It's like it's too thin for a regular rod. I was expecting just like, it's just got a couple of little.
I'll take your words for that.
But it does though. Look at the little. My God.
Like they knew what they were doing. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.